Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's CITI program webinar. Today's topic is Service Dog 101, Everything You Need to Know, and is presented by Ms. Joey Ramp Adams. Just a few quick notes. This webinar will be recorded, and the recording will be available on CITI Program's website. This webinar is also for educational purposes only. It is not designed to provide legal advice or legal guidance. You should consult with your organization's attorney if you have questions or concern about the relevant laws and regulations that may be discussed in this webinar. In addition, the views expressed in this webinar are solely those of the presenter. Now let me tell you about today's presenter. Joey Ramp Adams is a biocognitive neuroscientist and founder of the disability access firm Empowered Ability Consulting, which advocates for disabled students and STEM industry professionals. Joey has been instrumental in enacting changes in the American Society of Microbiology and the American Chemical Society's laboratory safety guidelines to include inclusive guidelines for service dog handlers. Joey is a published author, a public speaker on service dog access to science laboratories, and the vice president of International Alliance for Ability in Science, a nonprofit organization that provides scholarships for disabled students, scientists. As a service dog handler herself, her mission is to make the world universally inclusive, one paw print at a time.
Today, I'd like to really go through some fundamentals about service dogs, service animals, what that means. And we're going to start with a basic understanding of the legal foundation. What is the Americans with Disabilities Act? What are some of the laws that pertain to people with disabilities and also service animals? We're also going to go through identifying different categories of support animals. I'll go more into depth with what is a service dog, really get into kind of the nuts and bolts of that, and also discuss some of the training and use of a service dog. Now, both the ADA and Section 504 laws protect the rights of people with service animals to enter areas that are open to the public. And under the ADA, a dog must already be trained before it can be taken into public places. Now, in contrast to assistance dogs or service dogs, which are trained to assist specific individuals with their day-to-day physical needs, therapy dogs are trained to interact with all kinds of people, not just their handlers. So again, you cannot ask about a person's disability. You cannot ask them how the dog helps them with their disability or ask them what their disability is. You cannot require any kind of medical documentation to validate the need for a service dog. Once a good match is found, then the dog will learn more very specific tasks to directly assist that person with a disability. So many dogs have to pass what is called the public access test, the PAT test.
I invite you to review our content offering regularly as we are continually adding new courses and webinars in various areas of research, ethics, compliance, and professional development throughout the year. In particular, you may also be interested in our Safe Research Environment courses, as well as some of our EHS courses. And that concludes our webinar today. Have a wonderful day.